everyone, welcome to another week with the Soul Lounge. So I'm going to be taking some calls today. So until we get some calls coming through, I am just going to pull a card. I always like to just pull a collective card. If I have time now, I'll do it. If not, I'll do it at the end. But I hope you've all had a great week. Wow, the energies, I feel like they just keep getting more and more intense as time goes on. I feel like I say it every time I come on here, but it's really amping up. At least it has been for me, being so sensitive to the energies and everything that is going on astrologically with all the planets. So yes, I hope everyone is staying grounded and drinking lots of water and really taking time to, you know, be out in nature just to keep yourself grounded and connected. So let's pull a card until we have someone calling in. So for those of you who might be watching me for the first time, I'll give you a bit of a rundown on how I work. So I am a psychic medium. I do see a lot of past, present and future things for you. And with my mediumship, I can connect to people who have passed, but generally it is when they come to me first. So, you know, when I'm doing my private readings, I will typically, you know, advertise my psychic readings. And then if a past loved one comes through, that's awesome and I'll connect you. I don't typically, you know, book mediumship just in case, because sometimes they may not come through or might not be able to get a connection, and I don't like to disappoint anybody. But I really do see a lot of future. Clairvoyance is very strong. So if you do get a reading with me, expect that I'm going to give you a lot of insight into what is potentially coming, but also knowing that timelines can change at any given moment, and you essentially always are in control of your choices and what path you find yourself on. So whenever you come to me or to a psychic, it is always just good to look at it as insight rather than something that's definitely set in stone. So let's see what the collective energy is saying. I'm probably going to have a call come through any second, but if that happens, I'll leave the card for at the end. Let's see what we've got. So very much what I was just saying, then we've got the first chakra card that's come through here, Archangel Michael. This here is all about staying grounded and staying connected. This is also saying to me a lot of people would be focusing right now on their finances and on their anxiety and focusing on feeling more secure and feeling more safe and more connected and grounded in their everyday life and within themselves. So yeah, coming off of what I was just saying, making sure you're in nature to stay grounded. So we will definitely want to be focusing on that and really focusing your energy on that too. So we have got our first caller coming through, which is very exciting. So we will just wait for that to connect. We've got Echo. Hi, how are you?
Hello. Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How can I help you?
I was just wondering any direction in my love life right
now. Okay, cool. I'm just going to pull some cards because I feel drawn to just connect into the cards for you with your love life. So at this point in time, are you in a relationship? Are you single?
Right now, I believe I'm single, but it's complicated.
Okay, well, that makes sense because I was kind of picking up on both. That's why I asked. So that makes a lot of sense to me. But let's just see where this is going, because the first thing that I connect into is, oh, well, here we go. The card validates it straight away. So this is showing to me that you're definitely ready for the commitment and you are definitely seeking that connection with someone. I feel like what's happening here is perhaps it's almost like a mirror. It feels like this particular relationship may be triggering both of you, or maybe even particularly him, because the cards that I've just pulled here are the thinking man card. So when I tune into this for this particular relationship, I feel like there might be a lot of overthinking, overanalyzing, overcomplicating when it doesn't have to be that complicated. This is what it feels like. But I almost feel like there is hesitation. This could more so be him hesitant because of it almost feels like we're scared of commitment, or we're scared of what this relationship may bring, but not in a negative way. It just feels like the unknown territory. Sometimes that can make us feel anxious, and being vulnerable makes us feel anxious. That's what I'm feeling when I tune into both of the energies, especially with this card here. This is showing like a mirror effect. So a relationship that's going to be like so deep, but it can then also have the effect of healing, or, like looking in a mirror. And for some people that can be really triggering. So that's what I'm feeling, particularly with what's going on now. What I'm also feeling too is we have to let go of the past. There's certain things that perhaps we're not ready yet to let go of. And this, I feel, is interfering with the current energy, and potentially also interfering with this relationship moving forward right now. Can I ask, is this resonating so far before I go ahead?
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay, good. I want to say, is there children involved here?
I'm sorry, what?
Is there children involved? Do you have children, or does he have children?
Yes, there is one child. There's one child involved, yes.
Okay, I thought so, because I keep being highlighted the children, or the child, and I feel like this, obviously when we have children, it does change the whole dynamic of a relationship. And I feel like that is also something trying to navigate around and trying to navigate through, that's also coming up here. But what I want to say is, what Spirit is showing me is a timeline. And what they're showing me is over the next 2 to 3 months, I feel like this is going to be the real deciding factor, and the real time where you decide, am I going to continue pursuing this and trying to make this work, or am I going to take a step back? Because I feel there's still a bit of a push and pull effect here. I also am feeling like he might be having some struggles with finances. It almost feels like, to me, he wants to have everything sorted out before he commits to anything, and he's putting this very high expectation on you both. And whereas I feel like you're more like go with the flow, and it is what it is, and we can make it work as we go along. I actually feel like pardon?
That's absolutely the truth.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. And what I feel like, though, is I do feel like there's a good outcome here. Just from the cards I have, we have victory and door to personal healing and happiness. So these cards are really just, and also we've got daughter romance. These cards are really just confirming what I'm already saying or feeling, and being told from Spirit. I feel like you two will be together. I just feel like it's going to take a little bit more persistence and a little bit more time. And I know that's probably frustrating for you to hear, because it's already been this way. But I'm really feeling more so even pulled to like Christmas time, January time, which isn't that much longer. But I'm really feeling pulled to this particular time where within these next 2 to 3 months, you're going to start making progress, and you're going to start feeling closer to this person, because it feels to me like the walls will eventually come down. There's going to be a particular event or a particular thing that happens, and it might even be that you decide to pull back a little bit, and then it's just enough to make him realize, okay, this isn't what I want. I don't need to overcomplicate this. I don't have to be afraid it's going to be like my past relationships. It's safe for me to let her in. And I feel like this is what's going to happen. And once it does, then I feel like you will be together. I also just want to add in here too, it is a very spiritual connection. So do you feel like you've known this person a really long time?
Absolutely. Lifetime. That's what I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's a very much like a soul connection. So you definitely have had lives together, and in each life that you meet, it's just about where do you find each other at what specific time? Are you ready for one another? There's a little bit of karma that's coming through here, but to me, when I tune into this energy, I'm not feeling like it's toxic or turbulent or anything like that. I more or less feel like it's just about timing, communication, like slowing down a little bit. And I do see healing here. There's definitely healing personally for him and for you and together. But there is such this strong bond. This card represents connection, spirituality, clairvoyance. So even for you, you might find that you're both telepathic. So you might be thinking about him and then he calls, or you both finish each other's sentences. You both might have the same ideas or say the same things. No matter where you are or how far apart you are, it's like you know what he's doing and he knows what you're doing. It's this very deep telepathic connection here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I feel like it's going to be worth the next couple of months of waiting and navigating. Spirit are very strong in saying that there's a good outcome here. I just feel like he's a bit of a tough one to crack, but I also feel like it's this fear of the past. Did he have quite a traumatic relationship or issues in his past relationship that would have him feeling this way?
He is about ready to get a divorce right now.
Okay, there we go. Which actually leads me back to this card here, the deceit card, because this can also represent like court cases and issues around money and payouts and contracts. So this would also be where this card would fit into it. So this is going to be probably adding on to the fact he wants to wait a little bit longer, just to tie up those loose ends. But I do see a good outcome here, just having to be a little bit persistent, I suppose, and a little bit patient is probably the better word. And then I feel there's definitely 2 to 3 months here that stands out. I feel like that's when things will start to open up a bit more for you both, because I don't feel like the divorce is going to have any actual effect on you both. I feel like that chapter for him is absolutely done. It's just about now closing that door completely. And once that's done, it then opens that door more for you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome. Have a nice day. Thank you for calling.
You too.
Thank you. So I believe we have another caller. So Stephanie, are you there?
Yes. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
That's good. How can I help you today?
We're going to be making a very big decision coming up, and I just want to see if there's any, I guess, guidance on our decision and what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, sure. When I am connecting into your energy, I'm feeling like it's going to be a big move. You know, it's going to be a really big thing for you to move forward. So it is going to be quite a big decision. Let me just pull these cards. Is it actually got anything to do with a move?
Not with a move, but moving forward with something. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I keep saying like this is a big move, and I do just want to say I would be open to the possibilities that perhaps in the future this could lead to a move, or it could lead to expansion, you know, even like adding on to your living arrangement or where you are. It just feels like Spirit is saying keep that door open. Might not be for now, but just later on. And as I'm pulling these cards, it's all about money. It's all about business, finances, and business choices, money choices. So I want to say to you that whatever it is that you are doing, it feels very positive for you. And it also feels like it's involving the family or a relationship. It's a very, it's not an individual decision. It's a decision that everyone's making together. And when I tune into this particular card here, what I just want to say is make sure that before you go making this big decision or signing any contracts or, you know, doing any of the big things, I want you to just make sure that you're sitting down, really reading any fine print, really just making sure that there's no loose ends between you or who you might be doing a deal with or your partner or whatever it might be. Just make sure that there is very, very clear communication, so then there isn't any miscommunication and there's not going to be any surprises. That is coming through quite strongly. But then we've got good outcomes here, specifically around money. It's almost like whatever you're about to do in moving forward is going to bring abundance, you know, happiness, but also abundance with finances. And if this isn't going to happen immediately, it is going to be something that is like the stepping stone to this, because it really keeps coming up around money. So I want to say to you, and here's a contract. So will you be signing any kind of contracts or going into any kind of agreements?
So we've been suffering with infertility for many years now, and we are moving forward with adoption. And my mom passed a little over a year ago, and I wanted her to send me a sign that we don't have money for adoption 100% right now. And I wanted her to send me a sign to still move forward, that money wouldn't be an issue.
Okay, well, this is good, because these are all the signs to say that money is coming to you. There is going to be opportunities for money. You know, there's so much abundance here and happiness. But this card here, the Angel of Love, this is representing family. So when you're talking about infertility and you're talking about having those struggles, this here is literally the card, for me anyway, my interpretation is family. So this is representing this path that you're about to go on is going to lead you to pregnancy. I am feeling perhaps this contract here. I know I mentioned to you earlier about a move, and I know that's not something that's relevant to you now, but because the contract card has come up again, I feel like this here is talking about a future potential move, and this could be years down the line, but just keep that, you know, in mind for later. But for you now, I want to definitely say to you that this will be successful. I am hearing, let me just tune into if I can get a time frame. That I'm really seeing the number 3 stand out. Now, what this could mean, the interpretations when I see numbers, is 3 weeks, 3 months, or March. So I feel like by March, you're going to have a successful test, or by March, you're going to start the process. There's something about 3 weeks, 3 months, or March. The other interpretation of that could be on the 3rd of a month, you have really good news coming through. But even if I look at these cards, if I just take a moment to work out the timing, November, December, January, February, March, this card actually falls in March. So I feel definitely by this time. Did you have a date or like a you're about to go into fertility treatments now, are you?
No, we've decided to stop the fertility treatments because they haven't worked. We've done IUIs, IVF, donor eggs. They all failed. Actually,
Okay.
2 years ago today, we did an IUI and we got pregnant and lost the baby.
Did you say 3 years ago?
3 years ago today, actually, we did an IUI and got pregnant.
Okay.
So, in the month of March is
That's
the month
why
my mom was diagnosed with lung cancer and passed away 3 months later.
Wow. Okay. So this is where the threes would be coming into. This is where these threes and the 3 years is significant. But I still am going to stand really strong in saying that there is a family, there's something coming through for you. So I feel like the chance of money, and I'm not being told where this is going to come from, but, you know, just be open to any like business ideas or any investment opportunities that come up, or there's something about money coming through. And I feel like your mum may even send an opportunity to you. I'm also seeing lots of nature, and, you know, oftentimes spirit will communicate to us through feathers or through birds or butterflies. But I feel like there's going to be an opportunity for you to still have a family. So perhaps you taking a step back might be what's best for you right now. But then I still feel like there's going to be an opportunity that will open up for you to see yourself having a family, because it's very much here. Feel like it's just going to be about the right option showing up for you, because there's a lot of healing as well. You know, there's so much healing around you. And when I tune into your energy, just the passing of your mum and also this journey that you have been on, you have gone through a lot in the past couple of years. And I can see here that, you know, there's lots of support surrounding you. There's lots of love surrounding you. And I really want you to use your networks and use your connections for that support and for that love, because you have gone through so much. But there are better days definitely coming for you. And I feel like there is going to be some good news for you. And I don't necessarily know the exact ins and outs of those details, but what I can share with you and what I can tell you is that Spirit and the cards are both saying that there is opportunities there for you still, and it just might not be something that's been presented to you yet, but I can literally see you holding a baby. So whether this be that you do have the money to then adopt, and you would be to adopt a baby, or by a miracle something does happen for you and you maybe try IVF again, or you try another round again and it does work, I feel very strongly that there is going to be a light at the end of the tunnel here for you. So I really hope that this can give you some hope and give you some faith. And I keep hearing music, so I'm not sure if music had a connection to your mum, or if music might just be soothing for you, or if you should maybe put on some meditation music. But I just keep hearing like violins and music, like classical music, but it feels very calming to me. So if that doesn't connect right now, maybe you might hear some music and you might just think of your mum, or there might be a song that will connect in some way. But I want you to really use music as a form of, you know, relaxation and therapy almost, because that comes through really strong. I keep hearing certain music in my ears.
Before my mom passed, she wasn't coherent or able to speak to us for the last week that she was alive. And we made sure we played music and sounds and things that were important to her. There's a way to connect. I don't know what she heard or didn't hear.
Well, she heard it, because all I can hear is all this music and all this sound, and I just can't get it. Like I couldn't move away from that. So this is her way of saying she could hear you play that music to her. And I feel it was very soothing for her, because I keep feeling like this music is healing and this music is soothing. So this is just her way of saying to you that she could hear that music, and it was very healing and soothing for her when she was transitioning, you know, from the physical body to spirit. So know that she could hear that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Look, I wish you all the best. I really, really do. I hope that, over these coming months, you're going to really see that light, because I feel very confident in what's coming through for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a nice day. Thank you so much for calling, and I really hope that helped you. You're welcome.
Very much so. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm going to do a little collective card pull, but what I might just say as well is it's, when you're doing readings, and sometimes the connection, it really is always about interpretation. And sometimes messages will come through super clear and really strong, and other times it's a little bit harder to put the pieces of the puzzle together. And sometimes, especially when things are emotionally charged, it can always just bring that extra element of things. And then being clairvoyant and seeing things in the future, it just like adds a whole nother element on top of things, right? When you're trying to cipher through all of this information. But, I just love that I'm able to bring in these connections, and yeah, I just find it such an amazing thing to be able to do. So I'm just going to quickly pull a card for you all, because I feel guided in doing that just to finish off the show. But thank you all for watching and being here. I really hope that you enjoyed seeing these connections made today. If you are interested in connecting to me, please jump onto my page, The Soul Lounge. I have a group which is amazing, and I do lots of free readings in there, so I'd love to see you in there if you are interested. The message I'm going to finish up with today is door to healing and personal happiness. I want to say to you, for anyone struggling right now, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And I also want to say that there's going to be doors and opportunities opening for lots of you right now. So I don't want you to close the door. I want you to remain open, and lots of heart chakra healing. I'm feeling very connected to the heart. So it's time to let go of the things you have been holding on to, the things that you don't want to address. Now is the time. So if you are feeling triggered and feeling like things are coming up, there is a reason, and the universe wants you to address them. So I'm going to leave you with that today, guys. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you next week for another show.